Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
Your Lord of Pennies is here as well. Say hello, Satsu.
What up, Dell?
I'm your Lord of Pain, and we are here to wet your panties and make your pee-pee stick out of the top of your pants.
That is if it's adequate enough to do that.
What?
If you're within legal age. What the fuck, monkey?
Why you guys always judge me for my openings?
Because they're
I feel
ridiculous.
so judged right now.
They're ridiculous.
You know,
Says you.
it is a pretty common side effect to feel judged while being judged.
That's fair. Thank you, Pinkalo, who gives us a thumbs up. We're here to entertain you guys for a couple of hours. Scribbles, how you doing tonight?
It was a day. My work at my system at work completely crashed. Email didn't work, and at least half of what I do every day requires secured emails that I get through my work email, and so I lost something like 4 or 5 hours of just being able to do nothing, which was bad. And then I broke from waiting around to try to do things I couldn't do to do a TEDx. And then I went back to work for another couple hours. So, yeah, that was my day. How was your day, Satsu?
Pretty good. I got some stuff done, pondered about doing other things, got some other things done while pondering about doing other things, and got annoyed by Aaliyah for a couple hours.
Aw. The little one.
She drives me insane. I love her to death, but man, because it's like I have two separate daughters. I have Aaliyah, which is the daughter that I'm here with all day, and then I got Aaliyah, which is the daughter she turns into when my wife gets home. And I'm like, dealing with these two different children is a task. Because when her mom gets home, she's just like, all right, all bets are off. Anything goes. I'm just like,
For the people in chat who are talking about how we're finally live and stuff, if you were here before 9, that's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
I did forget to set it to 9 o'clock, but guys, it's 9 o'clock every night.
Every night. And
every night.
It's kind of funny because we were talking about this before, because some people are, whenever people say, hey, man, YouTube didn't notify me. I didn't even know you guys are live. And I'm like, how?
9 o'clock every night. And we're going on 4 years. Anyhow, my day was, it was a mixed bag. I'm not going to talk about the downside of it, but many of you saw this on Twitter already. It was just the sweetest moment of my day and of my week so far.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Snapchat from Little Butt. Apparently she's learning Spanish, and I don't remember what she was trying to say. I'm like, oh, what little of my high school Spanish I can use to talk to the little one.
Just sitting there like, see.
I know what I said. Well, I can't say it all because her name's in there. Hola, little butt, te amo, which means, hi, little butt, I love you.
Oh.
And I got one back, and she's sitting there on her chair where she does her schoolwork. So it's a normal chair, and she's got her feet up in the chair, and her head is rested on her knees a little bit. And she turns to the camera, and she says, te amo. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Aww.
And then her mom says, is there anything else you want to say? And she goes, I love you, Grandpa. Oh. No matter what happens the rest of the day, I'm okay.
Oh.
With that, Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games, hit that like button, guys. Tell all your friends about us. Tell your mom, your dad, your brother, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your second cousin on your mom's side, and that bitch you hate. Share our stuff. Share our stuff far and wide. What?
Nothing.
I am trying to expand on the way that I say these things so I'm not repetitive. Anyway, yes, Cynic, your nurse as well. Tell her, because I hear she's dirty.
Wow.
What is Halloween time? They're all dirty nurses at this time. They're naughty. That's what happens.
I think I'm gonna be sick on Thursday.
Halloween turns nurses naughty. That is science.
I guess so. You also get sexy cheeseburgers somehow. I'm not sure what phenomenon creates that. But
I don't want a sexy cheeseburger.
Oh man, Scribbles. Let's talk about the news, man.
Well, I mean, the big story of the day is the story that nobody's allowed to talk about, apparently.
Yeah, I'm. Well, we're not showing pictures and stuff, so
Yeah. Well, let me just on the off chance that something does happen. I got a super chat first.
Thank you, Adabisi, who says, I want a grandkid, but I don't want a kid. How do I solve this problem? You marry somebody who already has a grown-up kid.
Yep. There you go. So before I actually read the story, because I will read the story, but there's a breakdown of the events of the day from Ben Shapiro in a Twitter thread. So here's his recitation of events. So just to get today straight, the New York Post reported a leaked email in which a Ukrainian businessman thanked Hunter Biden for brokering a meeting with Joe. Joe's campaign denied that any meeting was on the schedule, then admitted that Joe might have interacted with him.
Oh, I missed that part.
Based on a variety of shoddy rationales, both Twitter and Facebook prevented dissemination of the story prior to any fact check. Twitter started suspending people who tweeted out the link. This is pure unbridled insanity. Now Twitter is trying to walk back its original rationale. Good luck. The American people were asked to give these social media companies the benefit of the doubt and to trust in the workings of the free market above the predations of any government board. That's a good long-term argument. The problem is that our politics is no longer long-term, which means that tolerance for competition and the time competition requires to set up alternatives has been dramatically eroded. And then he goes into a bunch of other political things. I thought he was going to talk about the story. Anyway, so that stuff happened as far as the story is concerned. What was the story? Well, I'll tell you. From the New York Post. Biden's secret emails. Smoking gun email reveals how Hunter Biden introduced Ukrainian businessman to VP dad. Hunter Biden introduced his father, then Vice President Joe Biden, to a top executive at a Ukrainian energy firm less than a year before the elder Biden pressured government officials in Ukraine into firing a prosecutor who was investigating the company, according to emails obtained by the Post. The never-before-revealed meeting is mentioned in a message of appreciation that Vadim Pozarsky, I'm probably
sure, that's how I read it,
an advisor to the board of Burisma, allegedly sent Hunter Biden on April 17, 2015, about a year after Hunter joined the Burisma board at a reported salary of up to $50,000 a month. Quote, Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to D.C. and giving me an opportunity to meet your father and spend some time together. It's really, I'm reading it as it's written, realty, an honor and a pleasure, the email reads. An earlier email from May 2014 also shows Pozarsky, reportedly Burisma's number 3 executive, asking Hunter for, quote, advice on how you could use your influence, unquote, on the company's behalf. Mm-hmm. The blockbuster correspondence, which flies in the face of Joe Biden's claim that he's never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings, is contained in a massive trove of data recovered from a laptop computer. The computer was dropped off at a repair shop in Biden's home state of Delaware in April 2019, according to the store's owner. Excuse me. Other material extracted from the computer includes a raunchy 12-minute video that appears to show Hunter, who's admitted struggling with addiction problems, smoking crack while engaged in a sex act with an unidentified woman, as well as numerous other sexually explicit images. The customer
if I can stop you right there, because I saw a lot about this. I don't care that he has a sex video. It should be a big deal that he's on video smoking crack. I just want to throw that out there.
Didn't we already know that, though?
Well, they know he's a crackhead, but here's actual video of it.
Oh, okay. The customer who brought in the water-damaged MacBook Pro for repair never paid for the service or retrieved it or a hard drive on which its contents were stored, according to the shop owner, who said he tried repeatedly to contact the client. The shop owner couldn't positively identify the customer as Hunter Biden, but said the laptop bore a sticker from the Beau Biden Foundation, named after Hunter's late brother and former Delaware Attorney General. Photos of a Delaware federal subpoena given to the Post show that both the computer and hard drive were seized by the FBI in December after the shop's owner says he alerted the feds to their existence.
Real quick over on the Streamlabs. This is Kyle. Thank you so much. Who says, hello, chat people and LotN. Hello. And Shroom, we will get to your birthday. We will get to it after the story. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Scribe.
1 second. Let's see. Excuse me. Just as a warning, I'm having some sore throat problems today, so I might have to stop talking eventually, but we'll see. But before turning over the gear, the shop owner says he made a copy of the hard drive and later gave it to former Mayor Rudy Giuliani's lawyer, Robert Costello. Steve Bannon, former advisor to President Trump, told the Post about the existence of the hard drive in late September, and Giuliani provided the Post with a copy of it on Sunday. Less than 8 months after Pozharskyi thanked Hunter Biden for the introduction to his dad, the then vice president admittedly pressured Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko and Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk into getting rid of prosecutor Viktor Shokin by threatening to withhold $1 billion U.S. loan guarantees during a December 2015 trip to Kiev. Quote, I looked at them and said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor is not fired, you're not getting the money, Biden infamously bragged to the Council on Foreign Relations in 2018. Well, son of a bitch, he got fired. Shokin has said that at the time of his firing in March 2016, he'd made, quote, specific plans, unquote, to investigate Burisma that, quote, included interrogations and other crime investigation procedures into all members of the executive board, including Hunter Biden, unquote. Joe Biden has insisted that the U.S. wanted Shokin removed over corruption concerns, which were shared by the European Union. Meanwhile, an email dated May 12, 2014, shortly after Hunter Biden joined the Burisma board, shows Pozharskyi attempting to get him to use his political leverage to help the company. The message had the subject line, urgent issue, and was also sent to Hunter Biden's business partner, Devon Archer, who also sat on the Burisma board at the time. Pozharskyi said that, quote, the representatives of new authorities in power tend to quite aggressively approach NZ unofficially with the aim to obtain cash from him, unquote. NZ isn't identified in the email, but appears to be a reference to Burisma founder Mykola Zlochevsky, whose first name is the Ukrainian version of Nicholas. When the alleged shakedown failed, quote, they proceeded with concrete actions, unquote, in the form of, quote, one or more pretrial proceedings, unquote, Pozharskyi wrote. Quote, we urgently need your advice on how you could use your influence to convey a message/signal, etc., to stop what we consider to be politically motivated actions, he added. Hunter Biden responded by saying he was with Archer in Doha, Qatar, and asked for more information about the, quote, formal, if any, accusations being made against Burisma, unquote. Quote, who is ultimately behind these attacks on the company? Who in the current and interim government could put an end to such attacks? He added. The exchange came the same day that Burisma announced it had expanded its board of directors by adding Hunter Biden, who was put in charge of its, quote, legal unit and will provide support for the company among international organizations, unquote, according to a news release that's since been scrubbed from Burisma's website.
Yeah, it has.
Hunter Biden actually joined the board in April 2014, according to multiple reports. His lawyer said last year that Hunter was, quote, not a member of the management team, unquote, adding, quote, at no time was Hunter in charge of the company's legal affairs, unquote. About 4 months after Hunter Biden's correspondence with Pozharskyi, Archer forwarded Hunter Biden an email chain with the subject line, quote, tax raise impact on Burisma production, unquote, which included Pozharskyi saying that the Ukrainian cabinet had submitted new tax legislation to the country's parliament. Quote, if enacted, this law would kill the entire private gas production sector in the bud, Pozharskyi wrote. In the September 24th, 2014 email, Pozharskyi said he was, quote, going to share this information with the U.S. Embassy here in Kiev, as well as the office of Mr. Amos Hochstein in the States, unquote. At the time, Hochstein was the State Department's newly appointed special envoy and coordinator for international energy affairs. In December 2017, the Naftogaz Group, Ukraine's state-owned energy company, announced that Hochstein had joined the company as an independent director, but on Monday, he announced his resignation. Quote, the company has been forced to spend endless amounts of time combating political pressure and efforts by oligarchs to enrich themselves through questionable transactions, Hochstein wrote in an op-ed published by the Kiev Post. In addition to denying that he's spoken to Hunter Biden about his overseas business dealings, Joe Biden has repeatedly denied any conflict of interest or wrongdoing by either of them involving Burisma. Last February, he got testy during an appearance on NBC's Today Show when co-host Savannah Guthrie questioned whether it was, quote, wrong for Hunter to take that position, knowing that it was really because that company wanted access to you, unquote. Well, that's not true. You're saying things you don't know what you're talking about, the elder Biden responded.
Whoops.
Last December, Joe Biden also lashed out during a Democratic primary town hall event in Iowa, where a man accused him of sending Hunter to Ukraine, quote, to get a job and work for a gas company. He had no experience with gas or nothing in order to get access to the president. You're a damn liar, man. That's not true, and no one has ever said that, Biden fumed. Well, that guy just did.
Well, in fairness, it was to get access to the vice president, not the president. Real quick, Radline, thank you. What Hunter emails are you talking about? I've checked Twitter and Facebook, and I can't find anything about these so-called emails. Have you been a Russian bot all this time? Stop it. Well played, though. Well played.
Biden then continued berating the man as he stepped forward, called the man fat, and challenged him to do push-ups together, man.
Yep.
The FBI referred questions about its seizure of the laptop and hard drive to the Delaware U.S. Attorney's Office, where a spokesperson said, quote, my office can neither confirm nor deny the existence of an investigation, unquote. Hunter Biden's lawyer refused to comment on the specifics, but instead attacked Giuliani. Quote, he has been pushing widely discredited conspiracy theories about the Biden family, openly relying on actors tied to Russian intelligence, said George R. Mesries, the lawyer. Pozarski and the Biden campaign did not return requests for comment. Hochstein could not be reached. That is the total sum of the text of the article. Now, I hadn't seen anything official from the Biden campaign, maybe allowing for the possibility that the meeting had happened. That part was news to me. I don't know where that's published.
Tall person, thank you, says, happy National Dessert Day, everybody, to you as well. And that went on for a bit, so let's get the song before we get to commentary on that. Shroom, it's your birthday, and around here we do this. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Mr. Shroom.
Happy birthday, the original Shroom.
Are you really the original one? Because I don't believe that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Shroom. I hope you had a wonderful one. Yeah, this I'm very interested in. I did not realize that the Biden campaign came out and said, according to Ben Shapiro there at least, that there might have been a meeting. But what I am interested in is that Twitter today put out a Washington Post thing saying that this is absolutely not true. The guy wasn't investigating Burisma, and Joe Biden didn't interfere, didn't get the guy fired. I'm like, excuse me. He bragged about doing it.
I was just about to ask you guys if you saw that. There was an article confirmed by, I can't remember who, but they confirmed that Biden had nothing to do with that. I'm like, so Biden's a liar?
Yeah. He came out and said it.
Like,
real quick, I have 2 Streamlabs if this comes up. Thank you, Gamer Valine. Yay, Monk, you sound more rested tonight. Thank you for putting up with my hyper rambling last night. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, Monkey was just not in a good way last night. And how do I say this? Accelerate, I think. In 2020, for something to be discredited just means that it is politically inconvenient, despite whatever the evidence might suggest. You're not exactly wrong there either. If this is true, if this email is legit, is it influence peddling?
I don't know. Yes.
Certainly seems like it.
At this point, it really depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it feels that way to me. It looks like it to me. I don't know. It's just one of those. It's barking. It's wagging its tail. It looks like a dog, but it might be a fox. I don't know.
Here's the statement from the Biden campaign.
Okay.
This is the official text. Quote, "We have reviewed Joe Biden's official schedules from the time and no meeting as alleged by the New York Post ever took place," unquote.
Uh-huh.
The key phrase there being official schedules.
Well, then what was Shapiro talking about?
Well, that's what he means, that by saying official schedules, they're being very specific in what they're saying.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, if you listen to all of that whole article, the influence peddling there was actually because somebody was trying to blackmail them.
Oh shit!
The whole reason they wanted that prosecutor gone was because he wanted a bribe, and they told him no, so he decided to come after them. It's kind of fucked up, really. Welcome to politics and business, guys. Holy shit. All right. Well, I guess we'll be following this one.
I'm going to have to bow out from reading anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I've been having some throat problems today, and I just can't go much longer. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. And I don't have anything pulled up. So let's go to the MSS news, guys. We're 10 minutes. What's up?
Real quick, before we move on.
Sure.
Right before the stream, Jack, the Twitter official Twitter page or whatever, he put out an apology for the way that did we talk about that or read that?
No, that was more of my fucketry time, so I haven't. Okay. But we can talk about it now.
I didn't know if it was like directly connected to the story or.
Well, it's tangentially related because they started banning anybody who was sharing the pictures,
right,
or sharing direct quotes or a direct link to the story. It got to the point you can't even link the story on Twitter. It brings up an error when you try to, or at least it did earlier today. So Jack came out and explained that they did a bad job explaining earlier. Here's what he said. Our communication around our actions on the New York Post article was not great, and blocking URLs sharing via tweet or DM with zero context as to why we're blocking unacceptable.
Yeah.
And then he linked to this really long post, this Twitter thread from Twitter Safety, which was utter garbage.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to MSS News in a minute. We can go over this now.
Okay.
There was one part of it that jumped out at me. Thank you, Pincalo. They whacked James Wood for sharing it. Yes, they did. They got him. They got Kayleigh McEnany. Not the White House account, but her account.
Mm-hmm.
There were several people that I know of who got hit today for this. But here's part of what they said. The policy established in 2018 prohibits the use of our service to distribute content obtained without authorization.
Huh?
We don't want to incentivize hacking by allowing Twitter to be used as distribution for possibly illegally obtained materials. Now, that first sentence, I want to go back to it. Content obtained without authorization. And many people, I wasn't the first, I've seen people bringing this up all day. They had zero problem with Trump's tax records going out.
Mm-hmm.
Zero. Which, by the way, Trump never gave anybody authorization to do, which makes it illegal to pass it out, to disseminate it. They didn't seem to have a problem with that at all. And to me, that was the most annoying part of what they did here. All of the other shit they've done today. Yes, it's annoying, blocking people, making it so you can't share it, blah, blah. Okay, that's... How stupid do you think I am?
How much time you got?
You would have to be an absolute asshole, a complete moron, to believe what they wrote here. That, or you'd really need to want to believe it. And I saw those kind of people out there. Well, it was just because it was hacked. Well, one, it wasn't hacked. The computer was basically abandoned. He had tried getting a hold of the person several times, according to him. This is a computer that had been dropped off quite a while ago, and they never came back for it. That's abandoned. It wasn't hacked. You might not like that the stuff was disseminated, but that's not a hack. It's not like this guy, oh, great, I finally got Biden's computer. I can find something. That's not what happened. Yeah, so Twitter, go fuck yourself. And by the way, Facebook was doing this as well. I just don't use Facebook.
Look, if this was Trump's computer and it was dirt on Trump, they'd be, not only would they be helping, but they'd be making everything about it trend. There would be no issue with it being spread without consent or some bullshit like they just made up. It wouldn't be an issue at all. It'd be shared all over the place. They'd be boosting everybody on Twitter who's talking about it, and it'd be fine. But now all of a sudden they're like, we found the one shred of integrity that we thought we had. And now we're going to try to use it now, even though it's fucking bullshit.
That New York Times article was at the top of their trending list for 2 days. They kept it up there for 2 days. They had no problem with that. None. This one's not even allowed to be on the site.
Yeah.
Because what was it? Prohibits the use of service to distribute content obtained without authorization. Don't lie to me. Just be honest about it. Because this is a lie. And it's one that, by the way, liberals, for those of you out there who are clapping right now, who think this is great, every time this happens, it comes back to bite you guys in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
When will you learn? If you think that this is just going to be towards this thing, you're wrong. It's coming for you soon because you guys end up doing the same shit, usually actually before anyone else. New York Times. And it's going to get pointed out. And now they are on record and they have no choice but to go, yeah, you guys are right. And start doing it to you too. Every fucking time. Moonbase said they won't. Yes, they will. They've done it every time. And then the liberals get all mad. Why are you censoring me? Well, you asked for it, dipshit. You're not smart enough not to. Anyhow. Anything else on that, Satsu?
No, that was just I just, they were linked, so I'm like, this might be relevant right now.
No, it's fine, bud. And it is. So much of this going around today, though. How dumb do you think people are? And I realize there's a lot of them are dumb. Like I said,
dude, just look at the comments for a lot of this shit.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of comments we'll get to later. Comments from different posts where you're like, are you for fucking real? Anyway. Our first MSS News article.
There you go.
Comes to us from Jack Polly. What is this? Yorkshire Post. Never heard of it. Donald Trump's risk management is true leadership. Yorkshire Post letters.
Okay.
All right. Anthony Clavine, Yorkshire Post, October 16th, suggests that the Trump presidency will be viewed as a nightmarish farce. What?
Will be viewed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
Christina, you good? Well, I'm just making sure I'm not stepping over him. My internet is shit, so that's why I'm not doing this to be a jackass.
Okay. All right. I believe you.
Look, if I was being a jackass, I'd just be I'm not going to admit to that. While Christina Ackroyd, writing the following day, accused the president of gloating about the impact of COVID virus while denigrating his decision to stage a drive-by outside Walter Reed. It seems strange then to claim, as she does, that President Trump is a man devoid of empathy. She seems particularly angered by his advice to Americans, don't let COVID dominate your lives. And yet statistical issues Statistics issued by the U.S. Center for Disease Control in September revealed that COVID survival rates range from 99.997% for anyone aged 19 or younger to 94.6% for people aged 70 and over. Is this just some dude's opinion? Okay. Clearly, the danger will be higher for people with pre-existing respiratory illness, but the truth is that COVID virus is infectious, but in most cases not lethal. The art of leadership is risk management. Trump has to weigh the risk of closing down the economy to defeat the virus with no guarantee of success against the certainty of destroying livelihoods if he does so. Okay. That is some random dude's opinion on the Yorkshire Post.
Yay.
How insightful.
Mercy of Wits sends in this one. People with blood type O may have lower risk of COVID-19 infection and severe illness. Two new studies suggest. I thought we knew that about type O. Isn't that something that was known pretty early on?
I remember hearing something about type O, but yeah, I don't think that's, unless there's something new about it. There's nothing new about type O having a different effect to it.
Oh, James, thank you so much. Who says, I picked that because it's foreign and may upset Ranting Monkey. Now, I'm not upset by it. I just wasn't.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm happy to hear other opinions and stuff. It just seemed, just like somebody who supported Trump. But being foreign, I guess, all right. What were you going to say, Satsu?
No, I was saying, I guess that it's just, you hear somebody's like if you were talking to your family about something, y'all are talking about things that's going on in the house, and somebody random walks up and says, "Here are my thoughts," and you're like, "Okay."
Yeah,
thanks for that, I guess.
Especially when we've been told all week or last 2 weeks, Europe hates us. I don't know where that was from exactly, but when I say I don't care what foreigners think, I don't care if they like us either. I gotta be honest, I don't care. People with blood type O may be less vulnerable to COVID-19 and have a reduced likelihood of getting severely ill, according to two studies published Wednesday. Experts say more research is needed. Shouldn't that just be on anything COVID related right now? We're not that far into it.
Yeah.
More research is needed. Just that should be what we rename it. The research provides further evidence that blood type, also known as blood group, may play a role in a person's susceptibility to infection and their chance of having a severe bout of the disease. The reasons for this link aren't clear, and more research is needed to say what implications, if any, it has for patients. Is it me, or did they just repeat that first paragraph in the second one?
They do that quite a bit in news stories these days. They just duplicate their word count by restating the same thing.
Yeah, and fucking reshape the same paragraph.
Yep.
Different things in different spots, like you just said that.
Quick, get the thesaurus. We need a different word for the.
Yep, pretty much.
A Danish study found that, real quick, understatement. Thank you. They need to push the Biden story any way they can. Put your values aside and do whatever you need to win nonviolently. Liberals are children. Give no quarter, for you will receive none. When you say they need to push the Biden story, who?
Like push it off the front page kind of thing, or push it for visibility? Because, yeah.
If you're talking about people who need to just share it, once again, be careful with doing that. There's ways to talk about it and stuff without getting your ass kicked off the platforms.
Yeah. It's not that many.
Yeah. You do nobody any good when your voice is silent.
Yeah.
A Danish study found that among 7,422 people who tested positive for COVID-19, only 38.4% were blood type O, even though among a group of 2.2 million people who were not tested, that blood type made up 41.7% of the population. What?
Okay.
All right. By contrast, 44.4% of Group A tested positive, while in the wider Danish population, that blood type makes up 42.4%. Is that statistically relevant? 2% out of 7,000 people? Okay. In the other study, researchers in Canada found that among 95 patients, talking about a small sample, critically ill with COVID, a higher portion with blood type A or B, 84%, required mechanical ventilation compared with patients with blood group O or B. Oh, sorry, it was A or AB, not just B. So blood group O or B, which was 61%. Wait, what? I'm so curious what just happened there.
Yeah, I'm confuzzled.
84% of the 95 people had type A or AB blood, but 61% had O or B. These people had two different blood types.
You can have type AB blood, I guess.
Well, that's what it was, A or AB for that 84%.
Yeah. Okay.
And then O or B for the 61%.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm not a doctor.
That's because they're talking about who needed the mechanical ventilation. If you had A or AB blood, 84% of those people needed mechanical.
Oh.
If you had O or B, only 61%. All right. They confused me. I probably confused myself.
Yeah, you confused me. I'm like, what? Huh? What?
You could have corrected me.
I don't have the article in front of me. Sorry.
You should have been listening.
I don't listen to you.
Oh, I see how it is. I can't throw this into chat because the link for this is ridiculously long.
I hate that.
But I will throw the title into chat if somebody is interested in looking it up. Just search that. It's a CNN article. But yeah, apparently. But I swear, when this first was coming out, there were stories about how type O blood specifically, not necessarily B, but O, lessens your chances of getting it and getting really sick. James Colley, thank you. Okay, I did a thing. Oh, please like it and put it on the fridge. Insert middle fingers here because YouTube is having its special time of the month. I'm not sure what just happened right there.
I don't know either.
Things happened.
And I'm willing to say things.
There was some stuff in there too.
And stuff. This one comes to us from Pincalo. Mandel, double killer looking for love online.
Double killer?
Ladies, he's so committed that he will even kill for love.
Oh.
It's not exactly on his matchmaking bio, but it may as well be. Convicted double murderer Chris Fator? I don't know how you say that. 42 is looking for a new sweetheart online after his former wife and co-accused Melissa Merritt went and married a fellow inmate at Grand Valley Institution for Women. Dude, she went to prison and got married to a chick and left you high and dry. Man, that's not real love. She used you. Some thanks he got for wiping out her ex and his mother and trying to take the rap for them both.
Damn.
You're in jail for killing her ex? Oh, man, and she dumped him. You're a fool, man.
A fool in love.
They were sensational murders that decimated one Mississauga family. Pincalo, did you choose this because you knew I couldn't say these words?
Some Canadian nonsense place.
Pretty high probability.
It's like Mississippi, but it ends in Alga.
Mississauga.
Mississauga?
What's the Wassa?
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you. Come on, come back up. I know I saw one there. Where'd it go?
Monkey lost the article.
No, I have the article. I have a Streamlabs, and it's not coming up. I know I saw the alert right there, and all the ones that are here I've already read. It was from Ufio, and I think, I'm trying to quote here, "Thanks for saving my life, Monkey. I'm O or O negative." I forget which one it was, but I will read it as soon as it actually comes up. Refreshing is not helping. I'm sorry, Ufio. Thank you so much for the donation. The absolute fuck.
Are you being shadow banned live? What's going on?
No, this happens with Streamlabs sometimes.
Oh.
Usually, if you control R, so usually what you do with Streamlabs, because it doesn't auto refresh, is you just click on one of the other tabs and then go back. If it still doesn't show up, you just control R, and usually it's there. It's not there. So, Ufio, I apologize that I can't read it verbatim, but thank you so much for the donation. They were sensational murders and decimated one wherever family. Fatmore and Merritt were convicted in 2017 of murdering Merritt's ex-husband, Caleb Harrison. Fatmore was also convicted of killing her former mother-in-law, Bridget Harrison, while jurors couldn't reach a decision on whether she was guilty as well. You know, I watch it. I'm going to go off on a little tangent here. I watch a lot of murder porn with Lady Monkey.
Oh, my God.
You know, Dateline, NBC, all that kind of crap. And every fucking time a woman kills her family or is involved in killing her family, they never want to just assign it to her. It's always like, oh, wait. Oh, okay. It wasn't a Streamlabs. It's over here. Why the hell did my chat freeze up? Ufio, there it is. Thanks for saving my life, Ranting Monkey. I'm O positive. I didn't see it because my chat had frozen. But now I feel better because I got the actual thing read out.
Good job.
But anyway, every time, they're always like, well, we're not sure she was involved. Like the lady that killed her 2 kids last year, the one that with the real big media thing.
Yeah.
They did a special on her. And they're like, oh, she probably wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for that man. I'm like,
I think I remember that we were talking about it.
She still did it. And every time, even with we have a show called Snap, dedicated just to crazy bitches who kill.
Yep.
And specifically kill their family. And I don't think this woman did it. I'm not sure. This guy who had no relation to the mother-in-law, he's like, fuck it, I'll whack her too. Anyhow, I'm sorry. Canada, get it right. Fator was acquitted of killing Merritt's ex-father-in-law, William Harrison. Christ, how many did they kill? All 3 Harrisons were found dead in the same Mississauga home over a span of 4 hours. It took you 4 hours to find their bodies?
Wow.
Where were they? Peel Regional Police didn't suspect murder until Caleb's body was discovered in 2013. Merritt and Caleb were locked in a bitter custody battle over their 2 children while he was in jail serving time for drunk driving causing death. His parents shared custody of the kids with their mother. Merritt thought the Harrisons were getting too much time with their children. But you weren't sure she was involved, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's still a mystery. There's no telling.
Yeah, we'll never really know the truth.
By the way, the whole point of the story, ladies, though, is if you're interested in man there, whatever his full name was. He's on the dating circuit.
Ooh.
From prison.
Yay.
And you know he gonna be faithful.
Yeah.
He's loyal.
That's right.
Okay. Okay, this one's just kind of silly. Thank you. This is from Massive Dynamic. Sends this in. Oh boy, Joe Biden misreads his teleprompter and calls for $15 million minimum wage. This one's not fair. Did you guys see the clip?
No.
Pincalo, thank you. Yeah, we have way worse killers here in the north.
Canada's a fucked up place for like serial killers and shit.
Well, it's cold up there.
Yep.
That shit ain't right.
Well, I still ain't got over the flag slip up with Biden, so I ain't worried about other gaffes right now.
Yeah, the flag slip up was kind of bad, where he said people were carrying around Nazi flags, but he forgot the L. Do the math in your head.
Oh no, I didn't hear that one either.
You didn't hear? Oh, and it is very clear, like
clear as day.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so clear, even he caught it. And
he immediately like corrected himself afterwards. But I'm like, come on, man! If Trump did that, they had literally burned him on the stage.
Yeah,
come on, seriously, accident or not? They're like his innate homophobia showed its face the other day. I'm like, come on.
All right, here's the story. Biden was laughed at when he told supporters to sit down on the ground in their safety circle.
Do the safety dance as well? What?
Then later during a speech to a few supporters in Las Vegas, Nevada, Joe Biden called for a $15 million minimum wage. He then corrected it to $15,000 minimum wage. He then called for a $15 minimum wage.
Really?
Yeah.
Crying out loud.
Yeah, I mean, it's silliness. He just tripped and tripped and tripped. It happens. I'm old. Maybe I'm just too nice because I'm old now. I fuck up shit all the time.
Do you guys think that the teleprompter guy for Biden is just a fucking troll?
That would be funny. That would be funny.
There is video.
Or he's fired now. One of the two.
I don't have the video itself, but here's the article, and the video is linked inside there. I was going to grab the link from there, but if you go to a tweet from a fucking story, it gives you that extra long fucking URL for some reason.
Right.
Dark Resurrect, thank you so much. He says, howdy everyone, doing a bit better today. I'm glad to hear it, bud. Glad to hear it. Yeah, his aunt passed yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the alert for the one I already got. Florida student. Oh God. I was going to do this and then introduce her, but she deserves the proper introduction first. From our senior news correspondent and chief Florida correspondent, Colleen Bernier. Florida student quarantined due to menstrual cycle. Well, Florida woman. That's a Florida period right there. Do you think that's worse than a regular period?
Given the humidity down there, yeah, probably.
Oh, it's itchier and stinks more.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies, that wasn't nice. Fort Myers, Florida. A Fort Myers parent said there is such a thing as being overly cautious when it comes to COVID-19. Whoa, back up. This is somehow related to COVID?
Everything's related to COVID now, isn't it?
When it comes to COVID-19 safety, Lexington Middle School told Sheila Gale's 8th grade daughter to quarantine for 10 days because of what they thought were COVID-19 symptoms. But mom said it's just that time of the month. Oh, and now all her friends know, Mom. Thanks. Her daughter went back to school, but not before taking a trip to see her doctor after she reported feeling tired. The The district required her to either quarantine until October 23rd or show proof that it wasn't COVID-19. So instead of dropping her daughter off at school Tuesday morning, Gail had to visit Planned Parenthood. That's not. I just saw PP. That's my bad. Gamer Vleen, thank you. You threw up the Gator signal. What's up? I don't have any Bud Light. I didn't do it. I didn't throw up no Gator signal. What I did. And Dark Resurrect, thank you. We have the best chat. So much love. Love you all. They're great, man. Best chat on the planet. I will bite anyone who says differently. I had to visit physician's primary care for a doctor's note saying her daughter's menstrual cycle caused the fatigue. So this wasn't even like a fever? The girl's just tired? James Colley, thank you. Red rum. No shit. So now this poor girl, her entire school knows when her cycle is. And she had to miss some of school because she was tired. They'd have kicked my ass out. You know how many times I went to school tired? I never fell asleep, but I was tired as shit.
Were you menstruating?
No, man. I was just tired.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm not tired during my period.
Oh, okay.
That's science.
Right.
Gail said Monday afternoon her daughter told the school nurse she just had started her cycle and felt tired. No fever, no body aches, just tired. Just to have fatigue because you're tired, that's unacceptable, Gail said. The nurse gave the student a form indicating her fatigue could be related to COVID-19.
Oh,
you know
God.
what? They're going to mark that as a COVID death anyway because there was an egg that fell out.
You know, if that's the mentality that we've been hearing about, like relate everything to COVID-19, that's why I'll never trust the numbers until we've gotten past this year's counts for mortality rate. And we see what was the actual difference. Was there a major difference in the normal mortality rate for the year? Yeah. I mean, I don't. This is the problem. I don't know what to think because I know the numbers aren't accurate. We've talked about this many times. I don't want to believe in conspiracy theories or anything else, but I have no idea what to believe is true because I know things are being weighted in kooky ways. So anyway.
Thank you, Gamer Valine. Anemic, probably. Poor girl needs to own it. I mean, it could just be, it depends on how tired she says she was. Monk is trans, confirmed. That's on my bio. I came out as a trans lesbian like 3 years ago now.
Yeah, because YouTube wouldn't touch him after that, right?
And they mostly haven't.
Yeah.
That is so stupid. Okay, if she had some other a student who's tired,
that's enough to diagnose now, I guess.
Quarantine.
Maybe they're just so paranoid about liability that they'll take anything just on the off chance, just so they're not, blamed with anything that happens. That could be it, I guess, but that's still stupid.
This one comes from Peter Stewart. Got a lot of Canada news today. Northern Ontario family gets woken up by bear cub ransacking their home.
Sounds like a Canadian kind of thing.
Sudbury, a Northern Ontario family got a surprise recently when a bear cub found its way through the front door and into their home in the middle of the night.
Oops.
The fuck it do? Open it?
Oh, smarter than the average bear.
Joni DeFrenzy, who will probably shoot somebody someday, and her boyfriend Philip live with their 6 children in Kennebeek, an unorganized township about 25 minutes west of Temiskaming Shores. Like I know where any of that shit is. Earlier this month, the family was woken up at 2:30 in the morning by some noises in the kitchen. I mean, with 5 teenagers in the house, holy shit. 5 of your kids are teenagers? Yeah, she's definitely going to shoot somebody someday. It's pretty noisy in our kitchen in the morning, but then when I grab my phone and look at the time, I was like, I don't think one of the kids are up, or if they are, they're in big trouble, said DeFrenzy. Philip went to the kitchen to tell the early riser to go back to bed. but it wasn't one of their kids. I'm betting it was a bear. You can't tell a surprise story like this when you've already told us what it was. Pincalo, thank you. Ranting Monkey can't read engine. No, I can't. You should hear me try to pronounce some of the places in Michigan, because most of the shit up here is named after tribal things as well. Surprise, it was a bear cub, and he was just eating away in our garbage. Philip returned to the bedroom and told Joni the startling news. A mother bear and 2 cubs had been seen around their property since September 21st. And you left your fucking front door open? Had seen around the property since September 21st after getting into their garbage. So Philip and Joni were scared. The whole family of bears was inside the house. Connor Johnson, thank you so much. Have you seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show? I have. Quite a while ago. I didn't see it till it came out on video. Which to get the whole experience, you're supposed to go to the theater and do the whole dress up and weird stuff at midnight, but that's just not in me. James Cowley, thank you. Turn left at the second stump. Yes, that's what those directions to Tina Meninging Pond or whatever it was meant to me. Joni took a video of one of the curious cubs sniffing around their deck after she had done some baking. The couple climbed out of the bedroom window onto their deck. Oh my God. To open the patio door so the bear would have an easy way out. At that time, Philip spotted the mama bear and one of her cubs outside, so he knew there was just one cub inside. They figured the cub must have gotten in through the front door as it isn't always closed or latched properly. When you know you got bears around. Dumbass of the Year award right there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know there's bears roaming around near your house, make sure the fucking doors are closed. Okay, what time we got? We'll do one more here. Who was next? That was that one. Okay. That's an ad. Didn't I already do Massive? I think we already did Massive.
I think you did one from Massive, yeah.
Which leads us to Wandering Lisa, who I'm not sure if she's trying to piss me off tonight or not. This is the Good News Network. So we'll see.
Oh, okay.
I'm back. Sorry.
Good news for who?
I'm not sure. City keeps mysterious plaques on park benches because people are loving the hilarity. When most people think of guerrilla art, the first thing that likely springs to mind is graffiti. From daredevils tagging trains to plucky grandmas joining in to paint the bandwagon, street artists around the world are making their mark. North of the American-Canadian border, an anonymous perpetrator of the genre has been making his or her own quieter contributions in the form of a series of cheeky plaques affixed to benches in Calgary's Beaumont Park. As a report by Global News, the signage, which includes such irreverent observations as Benji, the first hamster to fly solo around the world, took off from this spot in April 1937. Nothing of note happened here, or at least that's what they want you to believe. And humans first invented fire right here in 1903. Initially fell afoul of the city's policy on commemorative plaques and graffiti and were removed.
Jerks.
It turned out, however, that the public actually loved the quirky missives and demanded their return.
Oh my God.
Sorry about that. As the city, we have to err on the side of caution, but in this case, it was a bit too cautious. The powers that tweeted for the city admitted. Listening to what's important to Calgarians. Canadians is part of our job. If we can make changes for a better outcome, that's what we'll do.
Oh wow, what heroes!
Yeah, with the signs back in place, everyone seems satisfied. Although the city would prefer that in the future, the artist would give them a heads up prior to making any additions to his or her current body of work. Well, there you go. Well, that's a cute little story. And Wandering Lisa, thanks for not always pissing me off.
Yay!
Felt like giving you something amusing for once. You know, if there's a day I needed it, it was today after the Twitter fuckery.
I don't know if you guys missed me or not, but
oh, we never do. Oh, okay. Sorry. That was my out loud voice. Sorry.
I miss you. I just assumed that there was something important going on.
Yeah, Squishy hurt her back at work, so she's
oh, no.
She's not like she can still do stuff. She got some discomfort going on there or whatever. So I've been trying to help her out as much as I can. And I had dinner going, and usually like when dinner's going into the show, I'm like, oh, she'll take care of it. She came crawling in here like, babe,
oh no,
dinner's ready.
Oh no.
And I'm like, oh God. So I had to go help her out with that real quick.
Drew W., thank you. Do you think people's refusal to believe Joe's corruption is real because they love Joe or because they don't want to see the stereotype of corrupt politicians is true? If I'm being absolutely honest, I don't actually see a lot of defense of Joe. If anything, 90% of the time, if you bring up something Joe might have done, they just immediately turn to what Trump has done worse.
Yeah, exactly. I never see people like whenever you bring up something bad about Joe, there is never a defense for Joe. There's just like, well, what about your boy Trump? It's like we're not talking about Trump.
Yep. So I don't think it's either of those things. I don't, and we've talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it here, but I know I went in length on Monkey in the Morning. You don't see a lot of enthusiasm for Joe. You see a lot of enthusiasm against Trump, and that just happens to be Joe.
Right. Yeah, that's Joe's saving grace. He's not Trump. That's as long as he's not Trump, he can pretty much have anything come his way, and it's fine.
Yeah, Joe is basically that little piece of shit at school who's like really bad, and the parents know that he's like fucking horrible, but every time somebody does or says something bad about him, they come in his defense either way. And he's like, yeah, mom, get him. And she's like, shut the fuck up. Like, I hate you still. I'm just defending you because I have to.
Checky Logic says when it was Sanders, they defended the hell out of him. Yeah, because Sanders supporters actually support him.
Yeah, they actually like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, people aren't excited for Biden. They're excited for an absence of Trump.
Yeah, pretty much.
And with that, it's YouTube time. Satsu, what you been up to?
Well, finishing up my the little project that I was working on for my gaming channel. I actually did a lot of brainstorming today about what a Satsu cooking channel website would look like. Because you guys remember I talked about that a while back, but a lot of stuff has kind of sidetracked that. So I started kind of figuring out, if I'm going to do it, what would I use and how would I go about it? And thought about some of the people who we know who might be able to help me out with it and stuff. Just kind of getting myself kind of pre-prepped for taking this on, because when I do this time, I plan on like really doing it. So unlike last time, because nothing came out of last time, but I'm feeling particularly motivated as of late. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, just been trying to recoup to start doing the game streams again on Friday, because as you guys know, I'm taking off of game streams until Friday. So just working hard, man, trying to get stuff done.
And Scribbles, what you been up to?
Well, I did a TED Excellence today with our friend Irate Alex. So when I offered to Alex, hey, you want to come on a TEDx with me? And he said, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't really pay attention to the social justice stuff anymore, so I don't know that I really want to have anything to say on that. It has to be something that I know something about. And I'm like, well, what do you know about? He's like, ADHD. I'm like, I bet I can find a TEDx about ADHD. And what do you know? There's a couple. And so we watched it today, and it was a lady who said that she as an adult was diagnosed with ADHD, and she tried to explain how it was a superpower. And I know very little about it. Thankfully, Alex was there to supplement. So it wasn't your usual TED Excellence where you had somebody saying something that was ridiculous. It was a presentation that was poorly done, but in the overall show, with Alex there to sort of supplement what the lady was saying with his own knowledge and experience, it actually turned out to be relatively educational. So, I mean, the speaker wasn't bad and she wasn't dumb. She was just sort of making an argument very poorly. But it was a really fun time to joke around with Alex and also hear his stories and things and talk back and forth. Because he and I hadn't like hung out one-on-one for quite a while now. And I get to talk to him so rarely that it was a lot of fun. And everybody in the chat seemed to enjoy it too. A lot of people in the chat either had their own information to relay about either having ADD or ADHD or other things. And it was a nice show, not a frustrating one or an infuriating one or anything, or one that maybe started running for the door or anything. It was just a nice show. Tomorrow I may do a TED Excellence. I don't know yet because of the work stuff today. A meeting got pushed off till tomorrow, and that could throw all my schedule for tomorrow off. So I'm not sure yet. So keep an eye on Twitter for that. Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, I'll be on the coffee stream with Blind Press. And other than that, I think that's all the YouTubery I have.
All right, let's see. Streamlabs.
Oh, go ahead.
Dark Alile. Hold on, I'm bringing it up now because it popped up. I didn't even know I had my editing software up. Not my editing, but my streaming software. And I got a notification. I'm like, what the hell? It said this is for Squishy's painkillers and muscle relaxers. And I can't see the rest of it for some reason. So give me a second. Well, go ahead and continue, and I'll read the rest of it when I can find it. Where the hell is it?
Okay. Let's see. I did a monkey in the morning, I'm sure. But I did not. Oh, I didn't do a game stream last night because, I couldn't. I sat here and talked to Jack for like an hour, and at the end, he's like, so when is your game stream on? No, seriously, dude, I can't. I just did not have the physical energy to play a video game last night. And so when I got done chatting with him, I went upstairs and I just went to sleep until Lady Monkey woke me up accidentally this morning, and I haven't been back to sleep since. So I'm not sure what's going on after the show, guys. I might go to bed. Monkey been up a long time with no sleep, so I just really like talking about myself in the third person. Monkey enjoys doing that. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do anything or not. We'll see how I feel in an hour. Because right now I'm leaning towards sleep, guys. Plus, I got to be up early in the morning. Just thinking about it pisses me off again.
Pincalo, thank you. Are you or have you ever been a basketballist?
Shit.
Also, update, CLD.
Stunned like I forgot about that. I'm supposed to play Ghostophobia over there with I don't know if we're playing it online, but we were going to be playing me and Bloodwing were going to play. Shit. If he's awake and still wants to go, then yeah, I'll probably do a round or two at least, because I'm addicted to that fucking game. It's a lot of fun. But then yeah, Monkey's going to sleep, and Monkey in the morning probably be in the morning time. Satsu, what you got for the Humpatries?
Well, there was some Gal Gadot fuckatry today.
Oh, goody. More?
Well, not really more than what was already presented before, but she's supposed to be playing Cleopatra or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this one dude was on Twitter like, they're fucking whitewashing and she should be ashamed for even taking that position. Because despite the fact that Gal Gadot was born in Israel, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
And her parents were also born in Israel. They're still Jews.
That makes her super Jew.
So they're white. And and I'm just like, well, as far as this conversation goes, like, I don't really understand why it matters, considering Cleopatra wasn't even Egyptian. And that part just kind of went under the radar. Like, nobody really acknowledged that at all.
Which is the whole point of it.
I'm just like, I mean, doesn't it kind of fit then? I mean, she was a ruler there, and she wasn't from there. Gal Gadot is what? It's why? Why does this matter again? Like, people are having this conversation. I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck it matters.
The same thing with like Scarlett Johansson almost playing that trans woman or whatever, and all the other bullshit. It's like, oh, well, it has to be someone who's actually that thing. But in this instance, it's like you're just ignorant of history. It's not somebody whitewashing or doing something silly. It's you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, all right. But that was fun, I guess. If you'd like to use what the fuck that was. Also, Ice Cube, shockingly enough, is now the new spotlighted coon of 2020.
Oh yeah.
And his crime was trying to fight for a deal for black people in the next upcoming election, which is hilarious on its own. But I seriously cannot think of any other rapper specifically who is quite as big of an activist as Ice Cube is, you know? Like he's out there. He's on Twitter almost every day, like doing the activist thing. And I don't think I would have ever known a timeline where he would have been considered somebody who's dancing for the white man. But if you guys want to know the context, because the context here is actually pretty important. Basically, he reached out to nobody in particular, just politicians in general, and said, hey, black people are getting a raw deal no matter which way you look. What the fuck is in it for us? If we vote for whatever party, it doesn't matter which one, what do you guys have to offer us? And he said the Democrats responded by basically saying, fuck you. We'll talk to you after the election if we get elected, that is. Right. And the Republicans were like, yeah, let's talk. We'll talk about some stuff. We'll tweak some stuff in our plan that we have. Let us know how we can help you. And people got mad at him because of the responses that he got from them.
Right.
Which I can't even really put into words how stupid that is.
Yeah, but it makes sense, doesn't it, though? It sounds like he's selling out or something if you are a dyed-in-the-wool believer of what is moral and what isn't when it comes to politics these days.
Well, but it makes sense if you don't think about it.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you don't believe him, if you think he's just being a shill for the Republicans, then it makes perfect sense.
I'm like, but if you think about it, because here's the argument. The Democrats are the ones who care about us. You're working with the enemy. The Republicans don't give a fuck about us. Right. But the narrative here is, I asked for the help from both groups. Right. The Democrats, our saviors, the ones who got our back, said, fuck you. And the Republicans said, sure, we'll help. So I'm just like, how does that narrative stand? You're working with the enemy. You mean the enemy are the people who didn't say fuck you? That's very strange to me. Did you watch his video? His video? No, I didn't see his video on it.
He put out an 8-minute, 9-minute video, something like that. I watched it last night. And my comment when I was watching it at the time was, oh shit, I'm watching Ice get red pilled right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Cube's getting red pilled right in front of my ass. And he's not quite there. And he doesn't say he's there. In the video, he says, I've been on this journey looking into this stuff. And he actually says, he goes, I met with the Democrats and they were all right. They were nice. He goes, I met with the Republicans. They put $500 billion on the table. But yeah, the Republicans are the bad ones. You're a coon if you go to them, guys.
I mean,
the comments to this man are fucking disgusting.
Oh man. Yeah, they are out of this world. And I'm just like, when when you're standing next to your Democratic masters and you're on all fours on a leash, and somebody comes and says, "Hey, we got this nice clean place over here. We'll take care of you." And you look back at your Democratic masters and say, "Would you do that for me?" And they're like, "Fuck no." And you're just like, well, I'm going to stay with these guys because they have my better interest in mind. And they fucking kick you on the ground and laugh at you and spit on you. And they're just like, "But we want to help you over here. Like, we'd like to have that conversation." You're just like, "No, you're the bad guys." I'm just like, I mean, that's how you look right now. You look real fucking stupid. I mean,
but if you look at who has the support in all those comments, it's not Cube. It's the people saying that horrible shit.
Exactly. But
it's an extension of Trump derangement syndrome. Anything that would support that side is automatically bad, even if it would be good, as long as it's got some association with the wrong side of the aisle. Now it's poison. So I've never understood that kind of logic. It's like, here's somebody's going to help you in this thing. Maybe it's not everything. Maybe everything they believe in doesn't agree with you. But if they're willing to help you on this thing that you care about, who gives a shit?
But and when you really think about what the alternative is, you get empty platitudes and promises that things will happen that you never see.
Right.
Like they never actually happen, and they keep you in the position of poverty and fucked up shit that you stay in. Never execute on anything that they promise you. But the other group, they disagree with you on some stuff, but they're like, "All right, let's talk. Let's work some shit out." And you're just like, "No, I'd rather stick with the people who say the things that I like instead of the people who will literally negotiate with us."
And here's the thing, even let's say you're completely cynical about it, just say, okay, the Republicans are only doing this to spite the Democrats, right? They're only putting this stuff up. They're only putting these proposals out there, offering up this legislation just to spite the Democrats and to lure away the black vote. Let's say that you're cynical enough to say it's just a ploy. But if it gets shit done, who gives a fuck?
And not only that, if that was the case, it works in your favor.
Well, that's what I mean. Is it's like even if they're using you, but the end result is you get the advantages of them trying to play politics against their opponents, you still win.
Yeah, and it's a double win too, because not only will you have received actual tangible help from a group who you initially thought didn't give a fuck about you, and true enough, they probably don't.
Yeah,
but now you have put the Democrats in a position where they have to start delivering.
Yeah.
They have to actually start doing shit now, because you're like, look, these motherfuckers probably talk shit behind our back, but we just made a $10 million negotiation and my people are about to be helped. What the fuck are you doing, Dems?
Yep. That's the thing.
Dark Resurrect, thank you. You can never leave the plantation, apparently. Well, here's the weird thing. If you watch the video, the last thing he says at the end, what he's talking about is it's not about being partisan. It's not, no matter who gets in power, it doesn't matter because they're all the same. Whoever gets in power, we need to hold them to account.
Yes.
That's what he talked about.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, you're right. And that doesn't matter if it's you're black, you're white, you're cripple, you're American. You should hold your leaders' feet to the fire to be doing, your business.
Yeah.
And how dare him understand it? Jesus Christ. $500 billion.
Yeah. Who cares if it's Democrat dollars or Republican dollars? It's fungible. It's dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you go the course of, it's blood money. Okay. I could see that happening.
Boy. Well, look, Ice Cube ain't never been one to give a fuck what nobody think.
Nope.
And I hope he maintains that. And if he can do whatever it is he can do, negotiate to get help, literal, like actual real help for people, then fucking more power to you. Because I bet you when that help starts coming in, when those results start showing, all these people calling him a coon gonna be waiting in line to get those benefits. I bet you.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be asking where theirs at. Well, hold on. How come we're not benefiting from this? Okay.
I just loved all the posts like, well, who made you the leader of black people? I'm like, oh, if he'd said go vote Democrat, you'd be hailing him like hell. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No
I
shit.
love that shit. Yeah. You don't speak for all blacks unless you're saying what I want you to.
Right. Anyhow, sorry. I didn't mean to step all over you there, but that one pissed me off because I can't. How can you be that goddamn dumb? Look, if he did come out and say, okay, go Republican, he gave no reason for it, which, by the way, not what he did at all. At all. Okay, I can understand you getting into your partisan little bubble about it. Fine. But that's not what he fucking did. He came out and said, hey, blacks, maybe we should be advocating for ourselves. Maybe we should be pushing for real policy changes. And they're like, nah, bro, you're on the wrong side.
Yeah, man, they don't understand the power of competition. That shit applies to a lot of things, man. You cannot let one political party have a monopoly on your group because once they feel like they got you, no matter what, then they ain't got to deliver no more. All they got to do is keep making promises.
Understatement. Thank you so much, Bill Maher. Maher made him the king of blacks. Thank you, and Sanguine over on the Streamlabs. You're not wrong. He did do his apology to black people through him.
Right.
Sanguine, thank you. Dems, quote, we are anti-racist, so we need to lower the standards for black people so that black people can succeed because the standards are too high, so only whites and Asians can succeed. Reps are racist, though, or Republicans are racist. Republicans, quote, have one standard isn't racist, end quote. Yeah, I mean, it's not to say they're perfect, but yeah, I know which side I would prefer. I'm kind of a one standard kind of person myself.
Look, once I'm telling you, once impoverished people, because I was just going to say black people, but just impoverished people in general, once people who lack power learn how to play the system the way everybody else is playing, shit gonna get real. But they refuse to. They refuse because sometimes playing the system, you gotta shift sides. You know what I mean? You gotta do whoever the fuck is offering the best deal. That's where you go and take it. If it's for the betterment to advance yourself or your people, sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to be like, oh yeah, we was cool before, but you ain't delivering like you said. So now we moving on. Better luck next time. Oh boy. Anyway, that was like the bulk of my fucketry. That was like the main thing.
Scribbles got anything?
I don't have much of anything we haven't already covered, honestly. The Biden stuff was part of it today and a couple other things, but nothing out of the ordinary.
I got tons of shit.
I figured.
Let's start at the top. China and Russia both won seats on the UN Human Rights Council.
I think that's all you need to say.
That's really all you need to say, yeah.
That's the story.
Yeah. This one was just funny. It's that the change my mind meme that's going around.
Yeah.
It's been going around for a while. This one says Kamala Harris is just Monica Lewinsky with more ambition. Change my mind.
Oh.
Like, well, they're not wrong. Not wrong. This one just annoyed me, and it's odd because this person's gotten to keep their pictures up, which is really weird because like Sinatra got hit instantly when he posted a picture of Hunter with his crack pipe. This person says these photos of Hunter Biden rock. He looks cool as fuck. One of them is literally him passed out with a crack pipe in his mouth,
which is the most ridiculous image I've seen. Like it's just like, oh, he's so serene. It took me a minute because the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, what's the big deal about this photo? And I was like, wait, what the fuck is that in his mouth? Oh shit.
Yeah, but that's cool as fuck, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
God, people need higher standards. This is one we talked about just briefly earlier, but I do want to bring it up again. Twitter actually fact-checked the whole Biden story, and they said this. Then Vice President Biden played no role in pressuring Ukraine officials into firing the prosecutor.
No role.
No role. A role he has bragged about.
So he was lying when he said that he did it. Okay.
See, I love when they put themselves in a position like that. Like I love when they say shit like that, because I'm like, now, if the question ever comes up, you have to definitively say either he's a liar or he played a role in it. Like, it's one or the other, because both narratives are being pushed. Biden is truthful. He's honest. He's not a liar like Trump. But now you're only stuck with those two alternatives. Either he did it or he's a liar. Those are your only two options now. You're in this room.
Yep. I have a couple, maybe a handful of ones from the hearing.
Right, I forgot about that.
the fucking hearing, yeah.
And I'll be going backwards in them, but I do want to start with this part. Oh, thank you, Shrouded Angel. It wouldn't be the first time that Biden lied. I don't think Biden lied. I don't think he lied at all. And I think it would be pretty easy to find out if he was on that trip to Ukraine when he said he was. But anyway, the end of the hearing, this was as expected. It was the same thing as yesterday. Democrats asked shitty questions. Half the time, the Republicans didn't even bother asking questions. They were just getting through it to answer what the Democrats were saying. But, real quick, Sanguine, thank you. The crux of it is the demand for two standards is a tacit acceptance that groups are different, and making one set of standards lower than the other requires an assumption that one group is superior to the other. Yeah, I'm not arguing with you, bud. I agree. If you, this is what we talked about with the whole voter ID thing. They're basically saying blacks are too incapable or stupid to be able to figure out how to get an ID. I don't think that of black people, but somehow that makes me the racist. You tell me. Anyway, it was contentious at times and just downright ridiculous at times of the hearing today. But I do want to point out that at the end, Senator Durbin asked for a moment if he could. Lindsey Graham gives his closing, and in the middle of it, it was actually Blumenthal who interrupted, and he gave his time over to Durbin to make a comment. And it was one of the most gracious, kind things I've seen from a politician in a long time. He thanked Lindsey Graham, not just for, the bullshit. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's like, you ran this very well. I have no complaints about the way you ran it. You let most of us go over our time. You let us just continue. You gave us everything we could have asked for. And he turns to Amy and he's like, and I'd like to thank you. And I've heard that some of the stuff that was said here may have upset some of your children. He goes, and I hope it wasn't me who said it. But if it was, whoever it was, it sucks. I'm in politics. They come after my family sometimes. And I hope that wasn't me who did it to you. Thank you so much for your time. And I was like, fuck. You realize you're in Congress now, right? Because that ain't how you're supposed to act. And there was a moment just before that where Lindsey Graham was talking, and he was talking to Coney Barrett. And he said this line to her: "It's not about you, it's about us." And he was talking about how fucked up this whole situation was, how contentious, how asinine this whole thing was. Because there's not a good reason this woman should not be allowed to sit on the court. They had no good reason to come at her other than they may not like some of her lower court rulings. Nothing that would disqualify her from the bench. But they kept coming and trying to suggest that she's a racist and that she's the handmaid, all kinds of horrible shit. Mazie Hirono flat out asked her if she's ever sexually assaulted somebody. Lindsey Graham's like, look, I'm sorry you had to go through this. Not you, it's us. I'm like, yeah, it is. Y'all need to clean that shit up. I'm not hopeful that that'll happen anytime soon. Anyway, scrolling. I'm just going to finish on this one. I got blocked today, you guys. Are you shocked? The funny thing about me getting blocked, though, is they weren't trying to block me, I don't think. They actually were blocking somebody that I just retweeted. Because this isn't somebody who follows me. But I just get this. I'm blocking you. Just so stupid. I'm like, what? This other person I follow, they tweeted out, men can't talk about abortion because they don't have a uterus. I said, I guess non-gun owners can't talk about Second Amendment rights. And I retweeted it. And I'm like, yeah, because that's funny. And it's a good comparison. And apparently I'm so stupid. I hope she was able to block the right person as well. I couldn't tell her about her mistake, though, because I was blocked. Damn. There's a lot more. And whenever I do Monkey in the Morning, we'll go over. Yeah, there's a lot more. Holy shit. I was quite active today. Yeah. So with that, guys, we'll move on to question time. Question, comments, concerns, throw them into chat now. Don't pretend you're shocked that I got blocked. Stop it. I'm never shocked that I get blocked. I'm just sometimes shocked for why I get blocked. The shit I get away with versus the shit that people get their panties in a wad over is just, I can't understand how those people exist on the planet together. But anyway, questions, comments, concerns, throw them in the chat now. We'll do our best to get to them. Oh, Lords, would y'all try a cheeseburger with the center of the patty cut out and a fried egg placed in its place, a side of pickles and hash browns, and a purple colored chocolate shake? Color of something doesn't bother me when I'm eating it. But no, I don't want a hamburger with an egg in the middle. Sounds disgusting, actually.
It's actually pretty good.
I just feel like egg and hamburger wouldn't go well together. And I know people who put fried eggs on top of their burgers. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I went to this one place and got a brunch burger one time. It was like burger with eggs, and it had like a hash brown on it and shit. Yeah. And I was just like, this is probably gonna be weird. Sweet Jesus. Like, can I hug the man who came up with this, or woman?
Yeah. Those are flavors that for me don't go together, so probably not.
You know what? I just came up with a video idea.
There you go.
That'd be fun. A brunch burger? That'd be fucking awesome to me.
Back in my teen years, I was cooking dinner for us one night, and just to be a jackass, I grabbed the food coloring and I dropped different colors on the patties. I called my at this point quite inebriated father in. Like, Dad, are these okay? He's like, no, throw those out. I'm like, calm down, Dad. Calm down. It's just food coloring.
You made pretty patties?
Basically, yeah. SpongeBob stole that shit from me. Old Grouchy Gamer says, Mom says hi.
Hi, Mom.
Somebody put up a post on Twitter about how getting older sucks or something like that. And she said she's pretty sure she sprained her neck giving a blowjob.
Hey.
And I told her, just put some heat on it, it'd be fine. And Old Grouchy Gamer like, how do you know how to cure a neck hurt from a blowjob? I'm like, because your mom got a weak neck.
Oh!
You can't set me up like that. I'm going to knock it down every time. Ask your mom. Anyway, have you seen episode 2 of the Inuyasha sequel? Run, mute any anime loving non-binary. Can't say that word on social media. The MC is all you'll be hearing about for the next 5 years.
That was a lot to take in. No, I haven't, because I plan on watching it together with a few people who I have not figured out is going to be. As a matter of fact, I'll probably get the tweet together tonight and just kind of reach out and be like, hey, everybody who wants to be involved with this thing, let me know. And we'll try to come up with a time. Obviously, there's no one time I can pick that'll be good for everybody. So it is what it is. But I plan on watching that particular episode during the testing of this thing that I want to do. So I will. I'll be reaching out later on. So be on the lookout.
You guys remember a story about foreigners using Trump properties to get access to the president? I I remember that being a thing. Wasn't there something to it about like specifically going to Mar-a-Lago so they could get time with him, that kind of shit?
Yeah, maybe.
It is vaguely something that I remember.
That is a piece of fucketry I forgot, but we are going to stop and do. Oh my God. Chris Saliza, you dumb motherfucker.
Oh, did he, was this where he's like praising Wolf and complimenting Pelosi while saying that she did a bad job?
No.
Oh, okay.
That one was bad enough. But he gave CNN a pat on the back today, you guys.
Uh-huh.
Gave them a pat on the back for some excellent in-depth reporting.
Uh-huh.
And it is a story. Here it is. This is an incredible feat of reporting, he says.
Oh.
Exclusive. Feds chased. Come on, open up. Feds chased suspected foreign link to Trump's 2016 campaign cash for 3 years. And that's it. That's the story. That the feds looked into suspected foreign campaign cash and found nothing. I'm like, that's not even a story.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, are you fucking... This is the low bar you have for news now?
The low bar.
Speaking of low bars, hey, Drunko, how you doing?
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
What a fucking segue. Fair play, Monkey. That was brilliant.
I just thought you were short and went to small bars.
No, yeah, of course I do. Yeah, that's where I pick up my midgets.
Indeed.
Monkey, quick question about this bar. Is it supposed to be on the floor?
I was about to say that the bar isn't exactly high to begin with for CNN.
Well, look, I just could not believe he was bragging about them writing a story literally about nothing.
Well, given the fact that they spent the better part of the first 3 years of Trump's presidency writing story after story after story about nothing regarding collusion, I guess that's all they have to do now.
Collusion! They went on about him fucking liking his steak well done during the 2016 election, you know? Like, for God's sake. And here's the thing, Scribe. I mean, you're right on the button right there, mate, because we're seeing exactly the same thing happen again, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
You don't say.
I do say. I just said.
I'm just verifying. I trust but verify, unlike CNN.
Now where's the bar? Hey, Scribe, how you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. How about you, Drunkle?
Oh, thank you very much for asking, mate. I'm doing well. Satsu, you good?
Yeah, we good.
That's what I like to hear. How's the family, by the way?
Squishy hurt her back at work, and Aaliyah's a psycho. So,
okay, not
great.
what I was going for. Monkey, you good?
Good as I get, my friend. Good as I get. How you doing?
Oh, you know me, mate. I'm just happy to be here, as always. Just came fresh off of a Twitch stream from my car, because I've been gaming since I got the new PC. Been The Witcher.
Oh.
Been doing The Witcher.
Dude, I saw you guys played some of Ghostgasm. What's it called?
I've not played it. I've not played it yet. Eddie was good enough, Ed Indro, that is, was good enough to gift it to me. I only installed it last night. We're looking at playing it as a foursome on Friday or possibly Monday.
When are you guys going to be playing?
Friday or possibly Monday.
No, what time? Damn, British people.
That'll be after the AAA, so
while we're going.
Midnight GMT. Yeah, unfortunately, this is something we agreed on a long time ago, wasn't it? That we wouldn't stream at the same time. But we start doing the fucking, when we finish a AAA, we go over to Twitch and start gaming on whoever's channel was hosting at that point. And it only goes
I would just love to be giving you
anyway,
shit in your chat while you play that.
Oh, I would love that too, Monkey.
I know. Oh,
don't you guys? You've been going for like what, 40 minutes now, though, haven't you?
We're almost done, man. We only got 20 minutes left.
Geez. Oh, all right. You start an hour earlier than I thought then. But even then, we finish around about the time that you start, so there's no overlap really. We still respect your show, you know, much more than we respect our own.
Well, we should one of these days we should play Phasmophobia together, because that game is fun. That they did a pretty damn good job with that game.
Fuck yeah, Satsu. We've been chatting about playing something for a while anyway, mate. We should definitely get we should cross the streams. We should do something.
Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work it out.
All right, back to questions real quick. Lords of the Night, do you think Twitter and Facebook would shut me down if I posted a pic of my current avatar on VR chat that has a thin pipe with the caption, Hunter gifted this to me? No, as long as you don't show the real picture there, they seem to be okay. In your opinion, are there people that should stand trial for treason right now?
Treason?
Treason's a bit. I mean, are we talking in regards to the Hunter Biden censoring on Twitter?
Just in general, I think.
Yeah. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, like Jack Twitter has got some fucking crimes to answer for here. The whole platform versus publication thing, I mean, he's made it very, very clear what kind of fucking website Twitter is right now, you know? Mm-hmm. You look at 2016, potential Russian collusion and shit like that. This is fucking meddling. Well, this is New York Post, right? I mean, if mainstream media posts it, then surely that's fine to go everywhere else. But you not only do you censor it, but you suspend the accounts that actually share. That's beyond the pale, monkey.
But hey, they issued a long tweet for why they did it, which was full of shit.
It makes it okay.
I did not hear this. Could you give me a recap on that? Sorry, I wasn't around.
Basically, because they think the pictures were stolen, so therefore they're not going to encourage stolen stuff. What they specifically said was that it was gotten without authorization.
That is really, really weak source, isn't it? Like anyone who has got more than one fucking brain cell to play tennis with knows that that's not the case. That is Twitter covering their ass for some dickhead up there who's so fucking anti-Trump. He's like, no, Biden. I'm going to fucking delete this shit. Someone got fired tonight. I assure you of that.
Somebody deserved to get fired tonight. Lords of the Night, would you take the ability to create anything within your understanding and natural laws in the palm of your hand, but to use it, you had to raw dog Amy Schumer every time? Do I get to use a sanitary wipe on her first?
How many sanitary wipes?
Well, this is a woman who said her vagina on its best day smells like a barnyard animal.
Yeah, I should imagine it's like a fucking Moby Dick's blowhole down there. But that's what I'm saying. Like, how many sanitary wipes? Like, do we have enough sanitary wipes? How many get produced in a day? That
girl needs some powder.
Yeah, just the first thing you conjure just should be a super condom. And you'll be good for forever now. You're like, all right, come on, Amy.
Hazmat suit.
He said raw dog, man. You can't use a condom.
Oh, man. Just, oh, man.
Hold on. Oh, I can create anything in creation? I can create anything?
Anything that you're basically aware of and is in natural law.
Natural law.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not within natural law. All right.
Well, hold on. If she has the internal condom thing, you're still technically going in raw. I'm trying to find a way around it.
It's too much skin to skin contact for my liking, though.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm doing it. I will tear Miss Piggy up for that power.
He's taking one for the team. I bow down to you, Satsu. Like, the whole of humanity owes you a debt of honor, right here.
Yeah, solve world hunger in one shag. Sure, why not?
Hell yeah, dude!
I can do it.
I live in the Midwest. She's a 5 here, so a little drunk. I'd make a wish.
I bet your wish would be, I bet this bitch was a lot finer.
I'm gonna need pills to make it so I can't remember this tomorrow. All right. If Sleepy Joe was smart, would he say he won the election in his sleep? What?
Oh,
that's all right.
That's a nice double entendre. Good job.
That's all right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Are we on questions?
Yes, we are.
Awesome. Dr. No says, Drunken Uncle, what's your favorite jazz song? Not essentially jazz, but my favorite song of all time is For the Longest Time by Billy Joel.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that song. Good one.
Oh, it's an amazing tune.
Very catchy too.
Oh, it is. I had it. I managed to, of course, doing YouTube, you work with sound. So I got that "Whoa" for the longest time and just looped it over and over, and I had that as my ringtone. And now I hate it.
You said
goodbye to me. Ooh.
Oh, Lords, if you had a choice between 8mm Mauser or a 30-06 rifle, what would it be? Making a survey on what people prefer most. I don't know enough about guns to answer that. Put a rifle in my hand, let me shoot it. I'm having fun.
Right.
Yeah. You said that in Vietnam.
They wouldn't let me. I was like a sperm when that was ending.
I don't. Where you swimming up the shaft.
I was on my own raid, thank you. Would y'all rather have the power to speak to squirrels and order them around, or an amethyst fur-colored cat that acts like a dog?
What?
Go for the squirrels.
Yeah,
squirrels are fucking vicious as it is, mate, and there are so many of them. They're around all the time. Like, you don't know how many squirrels are around you at one given time. That's the thing. They're watching you. They're listening. They know a lot. These are basically your natural bugs in the world. You could learn a lot if you got the power of squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just gather up all the black squirrels in the world and start a revolution.
Oh, trust you. Trust you.
If you get a sword, would you fight a lion for 15 million? I'm assuming dollars. Or pounds in your case.
You mean when I get an hour?
Is that the weight of the lion?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Sorry, Scribe. You go first, mate. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yes, I'll fight a lion with a sword for $15 million as long as I have the sword and not the lion.
You will get killed by a lion for that amount of money with a sword.
Nice. It roars at you. You shove it down
with your back, you'll be fucked, mate.
I will trip and kill it on accident.
I'm glad you specified there, Monkey, because I play fantasy RPGs and I picture some big fucking lion with knight's gear on and a big ass sword, and I'm like, no.
Right now,
Amy Schumer didn't do it for me, but now I'm turned on.
Gamer Villain, thank you. Here's a few shekels for the cupcakes recipe I sent. My mom is sending me a few other baking recipes shortly. The rest are all handwritten. Oh, did you send that to me on Discord? Because I need to go grab that right now.
Devil Fruit says, I found out I'm shadow banned on Twitter. Have you been shadow banned before? Or know what I can do aside for asking Twitter and Jack what I did wrong? Yes, I've been shadow banned a couple of times.
I think the bigger question is, has anyone here not been shadow banned on Twitter?
Scribe, you haven't been shadow banned, have you? You're pretty good on Twitter.
Not to my knowledge have I been, no.
Yeah.
I've been straight out banned. Not shadow banned. They let me know. They like, no, this ain't no secret, motherfucker. You are on punishment.
Black Lives Matter.
You grounded.
Short of a complete ban, I've had every punishment they have to offer. And the only thing you can do is try to figure out what word you said, because that's usually what leads to a shadow ban.
Yeah.
Rape will do it. Don't say the word rape on Twitter.
Well, rape does a lot. Let's be fair.
But
then you are the Lord of Pain, Monkey. Like, any punishment they dole out, you're just like, bring it on, Jack.
Bring it, bitches. That ain't nothing. My cousin got this. There's nothing you can do, and you just got to wait it out. Usually it's no more than like 2 weeks. A shadow ban's not that bad because you can still post and everything.
It was someone actually informed me that I'd been shadow banned. This is when there was the whole "Am I shadow banned" website, and someone actually informed me that I was. I had no idea, and I didn't. To be honest, I don't do a lot on Twitter. Like, maybe when I finish streaming, I'll go out with the intention of pissing people off. And Monday, that was a great day, by the way. But I didn't even know about it, and I didn't even know what it meant, to be honest. I just carried on as usual, didn't notice a damn thing. But I guess that is, emphasis on the shadow part of the shadow ban,
Well,
You're
that's the whole.
to know.
That's the whole point, is so that you don't know.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what a shadow ban is, that's where you can post and everything like normal. People can repost you. Just you don't show up to anybody else.
But then that's the same as just a standard, like a 12-hour suspension, isn't it? Because I've had more of those, and I've had hot dinners, mate. And I'll tell you what, I've had a lot of hot dinners. So when it says, like, you've got a 12-hour suspension from now on, but you can still post to your followers, I'm like, well, I was posting to those anyway. Like, who really gives a fuck?
See, that ain't right. I've only got one of those. All the other ones have been let's see. I've had the day. I've had 24 hours. I've had 72 hours. I've had a week a couple of times.
Yeah.
So
all of which were saying learn to code, right?
No, the one that pissed me off is for calling somebody a bimbo. That's not even that bad of a word.
No,
Called
it's
this
not.
Dumb cunt a bimbo because I thought cunt would get me in trouble.
Yeah,
and,
well,
yeah, I got a week
should
for
have
it.
said cunt. Should have just gone with cunt. That learn to code thing, that's what really pissed me off, though, because it was at blue check marks really fucking paraded against Twitter saying, no, you need to get rid of this, even though it was something of their own creation in the first place.
Yep.
And even now, if you do it, you'll get fucked. Well, not fucked, but you'll get suspended.
Are you related to the Queen?
Well, I mean, in my country, everyone is related to the Queen in one way or another. I am it is a second distant cousin from the Queen. So I've not actually got any claim on the throne, but I still get invited to Christmas dinner.
He's allowed to clean it.
The royal throne.
What's the plan for... Oh, I didn't even mean to make that joke. It's part of... That's what you do, isn't it? Cleaning?
Yeah. Thankfully, YouTube has been, and you know, obviously the amount of people that are here. I was saying on Twitch earlier on, the AAA, the GPP community, the AAA community, the fuck ugly hanchlings that follow Drunken Uncle, and you know, most of which are here right now. Thanks to all of you guys. I used to have 3 jobs when I started, and now I've only got 1 and this. I've only got to work 2 days a week now. It's still fucking like manual labor and everything, but I kind of like it because it keeps me active.
I miss manual labor. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, you work from home. You kind of like get what's the word? Fat.
Lazy, fat, diabetes, heart disease.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays, yeah, I do have quite the full day of like doing some really, really physical shit. But the rest of the time, I get to do YouTube, and I'll tell you what, mate, I'm happier than ever. I love my life right now.
Pyrus says, "What's the plan for this weekend, Monkey?" One of these gentlemen has to take Saturday, and I won't be here.
It'll probably be Satsu.
Yeah.
Satsu's taking Saturday, and I'm going to visit my granddaughter.
Yay!
It's her birthday!
Oh,
I guess I'm visiting 2
birthday?
of my granddaughters. My youngest granddaughter, it's her birthday this weekend.
Which one?
Peanut, the smallest.
It's Peanut's birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Peanut. Oh, that's sweet. That's nice. How old's she turning?
1.
1 whole year.
Wow, a whole 1, hey? Jesus.
Already been a year. Jesus. Man.
I'd been fucking cleaning toilets by the age of half a year, mate. Like, it's time for her to get a mortgage.
Well, over here, we don't treat our kids like that.
Start sweeping some chimneys or some shit, you know? Like,
you line users uncivilized.
Irate Prostate, thank you. I just crossed the 1K mark. Thanks to you all for your help. I am grateful. Drunkle, not so much. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Sir Amden says, Drunko, if you had a choice between White Russian or torpedo juice, what would it be? Dude, I don't know what torpedo juice is, but I am so much against alcoholic milk.
Why would you drink milk and alcohol? No.
It's wrong, isn't it? It's fucking wrong.
If something goes bad and you end up blowing chunks, you do not want milk in there.
Plus, then you've got, like, is it pasteurized, semi-skimmed, fucking... Like, you got to pick a milk and everything as well. It's not like when you go, oh, what fucking whiskey do you want? Black Label, Jack Daniels, Wild Turkey. All right, yeah, just I'll pick those. But what kind of milk do you want? Fuck off, barkeep. Just pour it out.
Tell them you want cat milk.
I'll have whiskey and ice cream.
Oh, not a bad choice. No, don't mix alcohol with dairy. That's a bad idea.
Very bad idea. That shit churns in your stomach, and when it comes up, you want neither alcohol nor dairy the next day, and that really fucks up your cornflakes, which is why I have Jack Daniels and cornflakes on a morning. Cut out the middle, man.
That's just smart.
Sometimes I cut out the cornflakes.
Chicken noodle, clam chowder, gumbo, or chili. I'll take chili out of those.
Clam chowder.
All 3.
I've never had clam chowder. I have seen it, and it looks like fish soup with bits.
It looks like somebody drank alcohol, and milk.
Yeah, and then threw it up and put a bit of fucking clam in it.
It looks like they've been with Amy Schumer and then had milk and alcohol.
No. Satsu, you say clam chowder is good, though. Are you a fan?
I like clam chowder. Yes, it is.
All right. Well, maybe I've just I've not seen the right clam chowder. Do me a favor, mate. Make some clam chowder on your cooking channel, and I'll see how I feel about it afterwards.
Well, if you talk about that shit in the can, I mean, it tastes fine, but that, like, if you see that and put that next to real clam chowder, you'd be like, who the fuck authorized this canned shit?
Yeah.
I'm so far back in the chat, I didn't even see Sinatra was here. How you doing, bud? That's Drunkle. What's your favorite jazz? Have you seen Cyborg starring Jean-Claude Van Damme? Long time ago when it first came out.
Yep, long time ago.
Oh, I don't think I have.
Thank you, Pincalo. Now describe Boston clam chowder. Same thing, just from Boston.
Yeah, Manhattan clam chowder, the red stuff.
Chowder. It's different. Chowder. It's pronounced different. That's the only difference. It's the accent.
Chowder.
Chowder. Oh no, you went French. Chowder.
Chowder. Say it right, Frenchie. Say it. Chowder. Chowder.
Chowder.
Chowder.
Zucchini bread or cranberry bread? What the fuck is cranberry bread?
Yeah, it's bread with cranberries in it.
Why would you do that?
Well,
piss you
people
off.
like it, I guess. I don't know. I don't eat it myself, but I know it exists.
Zucchini bread's great. It actually, it's like a light banana bread. So
yeah, nah, not for that. Not for banana bread either. I like my bread just with bread.
Did you guys happen to see the cooking channel I put out? I mean, the cooking video I put out today.
Oh, what'd you put out?
I saw that it existed. I didn't get a chance to watch it, though.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it.
It's I made Spam fries.
Ew.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't be watching that one.
You know what? No, I because I was watching this Korean cooking channel and they put Spam in a lot of shit. Like, it's very, very, very popular.
Yeah.
And I was just like, the one chick, Emmy, I think I watch or whatever, she is like, Spam fries, it's a thing. Let's make it and see what happens or whatever. I'm like, I wonder how that tastes. And if you eat it with tonkatsu sauce, that shit is fucking delicious.
I don't know, man. It's awfully reminiscent of when fucking Domino's and Pizza Hut started putting hot dogs in the crust of their pizzas.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. I'm glad we agree on that.
It's one of those things because, like, I'm like, if you eat Spam and you enjoy it, then you would like this just because it's literally just.
Yeah, but then, like, if you eat Spam and enjoy it, then you probably like child porn as well. These are weird people.
Whoa.
These are weird people.
You just pissed off a lot of broke motherfuckers in the chat.
And a lot of pedophiles.
Is Steve Shipes on Twitter? I don't know. He used to be, but he blocked me before I'd ever said a word to him.
God.
Dude, I forgot that shiny-lipped motherfucker exists.
I was about to say, it's like, when was the last time I even thought about Steve Shipes? Wow.
Fucking wet butthole mouth. That was it. Yeah.
Butthole lips. Yes. Cat milk is not FDA approved anymore, sadly. Anymore? Wait, could you?
When was it?
There was a time?
During the war. A lot of cats.
When we didn't have Spam. I like potato bread. Good
for you, man. Zucchini bread kind of tastes like banana bread.
Yep.
But somebody forgot the sugar.
Yeah, it's not as sweet. Understatement. Thank you, Monk. Look up Skylar Valentine. You're welcome. Okay.
Oh, I'm on that.
Where the hell is my cursor? There it is.
Scientifically processed animal matter.
Tasty.
Delicious.
She's a bit young.
Yeah, she looks like. Damn, she looks young. Yeah, a little too young.
She's too young.
Remember, I bang a grandma for a living.
Yeah. For a living?
Yeah, that's what keeps me.
You get paid for it?
Well,
I'm one of his patrons.
I'm a kept man.
You have an OnlyFans or something?
So sub to Monkey's OnlyFans.
Yeah. Once a month, finger up the bum.
Thank you, Sanguine, who said, I had fried Spam from a chippy in the UK, and it was the only food that even after eating it, I don't know if it was delicious or revolting. And then I know it was one of those two and nothing in between, so it confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah, this thing is called a spam fritter, and it's not something I will put willingly into my face hole.
The fuck is a fritter?
It is fried. It's like you can get like a fucking pineapple fritter, pea fritter, potato fritter, spam fritter.
Apple fritter?
I know what an apple
anything
fritter
can be,
is, but
anything can
spam
be fritted.
fritter?
Yeah, anything you can frit. Anything.
That's just deep fried spam.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like that's a bit wordy, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Too many words for the English.
For the people who invented the language that you're talking.
All right, guys, that's going to bring us to the end. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Thank you for the donations. I really do appreciate it. I'd like to thank Drunko for stopping by for the end of this. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend.
Oh, dude, always a pleasure. Thank you, as always, for inviting me on. I know to turn up when Monkey's hosting and when no one else is, because then I can get on the show.
When are people able to find you next?
Oh, shit. I'm going to be over on twitch.tv/drunkleplays tomorrow for a little bit, because Thursday's a bit of a wild card. We've been working on. Me and Phil did a boys' night for when the show was coming out.
Uh-huh.
We did a pre-show for that, but of course that's finished now. Me and Phil are working on doing a little bit of a review channel. But everything's sweet. Very, very. Yeah, I mean, I love working with that guy, mate. He's so fucking funny. And he's like he's like he's made of rubber. You know, you say something to him and he will just bounce back with something else. He's fucking fantastic. But that's all very up in the air, so I will be over on twitch.tv/drunkleplays. The link is in the chat. We'll probably be playing some more The Witcher 3. Other than that, we're going to be back on Sinatra Says channel on Friday at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. EST, 4:30 Central. And don't forget, guys, on Saturday, it is the Fright Power Hour over on twitch.tv/Golf City. It's the 200th episode. It's going to be fucking massive.
Scribbles, are they gonna be able to find you somewhere tomorrow?
Maybe a TED Excellence, depends on work. I will let you guys know on Twitter.
Satsu, got anything going
on? Like I said, tonight I'm gonna put up the Twitter post to ask anybody if you want to join the anime watch party so we can test it out and see how it works. And if all goes well, then expect that to be happening on unbelievably inaccurate intervals, because I know how and when I'm going to be doing that.
There will be a monkey in the morning eventually, but probably not tonight, guys. I'm going to go play some Ghostgasm and then go to bed. So, Satsu, Scribbles, a pleasure as always, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Drunko, thank you. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. We will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Fuck off.
It is. I mean, don't fuck off. Like, just go quietly into the night.
Your life.